If you wish to see the most beautiful street in the world, you just have to look at Strada Nuova in Genoa. Lying on lava paving, two very long lines of palaces exhibit the wealth and majesty of their facades and arcades. From their exterior, these palaces look like real paintings. This is how the writer Charles Dupaty expressed his astonishment for the beauty and charm of a street which, for more than 4 centuries, has been arousing the admiration of its visitors. 14 huge palazzi on a street slightly wider than 7 meters, which is a paradoxically large area for a city squeezed between the sea and the mountains.
Even today, as you come from the sea along the dark Carugi, it's a pleasant surprise when you arrive in this elegant and airy place, which, thanks to its stream of flowing and colourful palazzi and gardens, tells you straight away that you've come somewhere different and special. Strada Nuova is both a synthesis and an illusion of space, where such a space does not really exist.
Space is artificially created by means of various architectural features. Open arcades, rich materials allowing for effective chromatic matching, facades painted and highly decorated in accordance with the local tradition, ample gardens sloping down the hill.
In spite of the extreme variety of architectural solutions of each palazzo, Strada Nuova is a marvellous illustration of the humanistic concept of continuity, which in one picture paints the beauty and richness of the Genoese upper-class residences.
Strada Nuova, however, is not simply a residential area. The decorations of its facades, the majesty of its courtyards and staircases, the 2 wings of noble buildings, facing each other on both sides of the street, all these features represent the economical and political power of the Republic of Genoa.
The idea of building up a new area for the upper class comes around the middle of the 1500s. Despite the flourishing activity of the merchant port, in the 1500s the city still retains its medieval style.
The area of the future Strada Nuova lies on the northern border of the city centre, not far from the Church of San Francesco, under the walls of Castelletto.
Far from the merchant port, sheltered by the hills behind, this area is ideal for the construction of palaces in a peaceful area but with a splendid view of the sea. In the mid-16th century, the financial and merchant power of the Genoese families, already moving in the Spanish political-economical sphere, begins to have a noticeable impact. Limited on the eastern side by the power of Venice, in 1400 the Genoese merchants were already looking towards the Spanish kingdom, which was becoming more and more powerful within Europe. Very soon then, the Genoa of the brave Admiral Andrea Doria becomes one of the main supporters of the Spanish power in Europe. In 1500, the Genoese bankers beat their rivals Florence and Germany to become the main backers of Charles V, on whose empire, extending from Europe to America, the sun never goes down. Genoa is therefore the centre through which the wealth of both continents pass. With its sumptuous palaces, Strada Nuova portrays in earth and stone the prestige and the power of the Genoese oligarchy.
In 1551, a decree by the Signoria outlined the eastern side of the street and divided the building area into 9 lots, which were then put up for auction to finance the construction of public works.
It is very hard work due to the nature of the area chosen, where the medieval centre extends up the hill of Castelletto. The street shall be straight. For the very irregular Genoese territory, this means a lot of earth to be moved, and in fact part of the hill is excavated.
Some of the very first palaces are the works of Giovan Battista Castello and Bernardino Cantone. All the buildings on the eastern side were completed in around 1580.
By the end of the 1500s, in the golden age of Genoa, Strada Nuova is a sort of courtyard opening out on one side with Piazza Fontane Marose and closed on the western side by 2 gardens owned by the Brignolet and the Grimaldi families.
By the end of 700, the wall enclosing the courtyard was demolished, thus opening the way for pedestrians and carriages. In the meantime, Strada Nuova had been completed on the western side with the erection of Palazzo Rosso and Palazzetto Rosso in 600, followed by Palazzo Bianco and Palazzo